Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. This is Truth Man After Dark. We're going to make another video on the request that I had. Number one fan wanted to hear the signs that a woman is a 304 or that a woman is a wife. It's going to be a couple videos to this, but y'all know a new rule I done put in place. Like when I go deep on the subject, or I could go deeper on the subject, I need 100 views. I need y'all to hit the like button. And if you're able to support the channel. But the main thing is me getting the views and the likes. Like, you choose to support, you choose to support. But right now you got to do super thanks, because you know, I'm having an issue with my other device. But with that being said, y'all know I started out by saying that the number one sign that a woman is capable and has the potential to be a wife is that she's a pure virgin. Even if she got fingered, she might be in love with that dude. That dude might come back and bang her later. I mean, so it's only one bona fide credential that would qualify a woman and make a sign that she is able and is potentially a wife, and that's being a pure virgin. Reason being, because a pure virgin, you can shape them how you want. Their body even is going to shape and conform to the shape that you print upon them. But here's the issue that people need to understand in 2024. No matter how bad you want kids, no matter how bad you want a wife, you better be real careful, because these are not wives. 90 some odd percent of them, no less than 80%, are not wives. You can get married all you want. That don't mean you getting a wife. And if she's not a wife, then it's not a good thing. Don't you know what the Bible say? He that findeth a wife finds a good thing. Just because you get married don't mean you found a wife. Just because you got married don't mean you found. If she was a wife when you married her, that don't listen, man. That don't mean she's going to be a wife 10 years in, 15, 20. I'm sure the majority of these guys will tell you, they change. I could tell you. I could definitely tell you. Listen, it don't even make sense to get on here and just go into every single detail that I experienced. I give y'all bits and pieces, but still. Now, with that being said, that's the number one sign that that's a wife. Now, there's many signs. We're going to get into both. But there's many signs that a woman can. Don't think, okay, how can I put this? High body count is usually a disqualifier. But I'm sure scattered throughout the universe is a couple women that they started out bad and they learned what they need to be and what they need to do, and will probably make a good wife for some of you. Some of y'all. Notice I said y'all. Now, let's get into some numbers, body count. If she's under 25 and you trying to marry her, anything over 3 is a high body count. It's a high body count. If she's over 25 or under, that's a high body count. Anything over 3 and you're taking a great risk in doing it. 26 to 35, I would say 7 and up is a high body count. 36 to you, I mean, what do you plan on getting at 36? I mean, you is a long shot, but nothing is impossible. Marriage itself is a long shot. You taking a big risk, committing yourself to these women with this social media, with this sneakiness, with this legions and legions of devils, like it's more devils than it probably was 100 years ago. Roman. Demon spirits, devils, Roman. So anyway it go, it's a big risk. But let's start out by signs with the 304. 1, freakiness, overly freakiness. Like if she, and you'll know when she trying to fake like she ain't all that freaky. Here's how you know she's super freaky. If she claiming not to have done this, done that, but she's good at it, she did it. Ain't that much practice in the world. When she's good at doing any sex act that she's good at doing it's because she had a lot of practice. Don't let her fool you. She has some practice. Now she'll lie and say, well, I only did, and to minimize the number. But if she's good at it or she's quick to do it, it's because she's done it before. That's a sign that she's got some 304 in her. That's a sign. Now, I don't want to, we all have to be careful with these type of videos, because then these women be watching this stuff and to try to fake us out. They will. That's why you got to know how to vet. You got to be good at reading vibes and body language and stuff like that. Because there's women out there that'll watch videos like this and to try to pattern herself away from it. Yes. And this next one, I'm not just saying this because of what I like. Y'all already know I don't care about revealing the secret, my secret, in terms of I don't like a bald vagina, man. I mean, we already been here. If I like the person, I will work with it, but I would be like, why you feel you got to do this? Because that's a sign. That's a sign of possible. It's not all of them, but it's to me, based on what I know, unless they husband or boyfriend request that, if it's not requested by somebody, it's just something they do. To me, that bald vag is a sign of 304 activity. Like, because most guys, I would say the majority of guys don't want no hair down there on no woman. It's a lot of us out here that do, that just want your stuff to be neat, and we all got our, but that having to be waxed, that strong desire to have a bald vag, that's a sign of 304. Because these women know that the majority of these guys, that's what they want. So they keep it like that. And then what's this lie about stanking? That's a lie. If a woman keep herself clean, she keep herself clean. And I guarantee you this much here. that it's a lot of women out there that ain't got a stitch of hair on their stuff and it still stink. So stop lying with that. Stop lying. That's a sign of 304. Always having to be like that. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you a trick. And then a lot of women, what they'll do is if they know you like it hairy, they'll be trying not to let you see it if they whacking the hair off of it. But you go over there, you mess with her this day, right? Bald. You get back around her, especially if that's your girl. A couple weeks later, where you ain't even doing nothing, trying to do nothing, just take a peek at it. I bet you it's gonna still be bald. Just lay off her for a couple weeks. I'm telling you this trick. Lay off her for a couple weeks. Like, I don't suggest lying, but let's say you fake an injury or something. Just take a peek at it. I bet you it's still gonna be bald. If she a 304. If she's not, and she know you ain't doing it for a couple weeks, that little hair might start growing back. But I'm telling you, that's a sign. Now, not every time. Some women, they just think they just in line with the times. Every woman ain't no 304, man. Just almost all of them. There's a couple that ain't. Hit dogs holler though. If she don't like what I'm saying, she probably is. Another sign that she a 304 is if she's not even, now I can see if you're an older woman, sometimes they had this issue. But she get dry quick, either she messing with somebody else, she been a 304. If she got a low body count, if she ain't doing all that much, she gonna be water fountain all the time. Even when she ain't doing nothing. It's when she loses respect for a man, or when she got too much action for the traction, she gonna start to dry up. Somebody made a post on Facebook that's probably starting to circulate. He said, why all these PUS, he used the 2 Z's instead of 2 S's, dry. What he was basically saying, he said a lot of these women's stuff had been dry. Probably because they doing too much. Think about it. The dry vag at a young age, I would say, if you under the age of 55 and you having that issue and you don't got no medical issues, you done did too much. You done did too much. That's the only reason. If they don't have no medical issues and they stuff is dry, they done probably more than likely did too much. So that's definitely a sign. The next sign is a loose vag. It's stuff too loose. Like if you, usually they gonna snap back. But if you mess with her, let's say you mess with her on a Tuesday, and you falling in there at loop, then you don't mess with her for another 2 weeks, like 2 weeks from that on Friday, and then you still falling through there and it's still loose, that's some other dudes is getting through there, man. She getting cracked by other dudes. You better believe it. So the continuous loose vag is another sign of a 304. Now this is another one that is not always the case. She could have just had a big man. And every now and then, some women, it just be genetic. They just be having bigger snatches. It just be a genetic thing. But that's rare. I think that big snatch come from getting big wing dang doozies. So, we're going to wrap this up in a few minutes. That's another sign. Sign that somebody is a wife. We're going to be flopping. Selflessness. She not selfish, she selfless. Eager to please, selflessness. Like you don't have to twist her arm to get her to do stuff. If she acting like that, now remember, it's all risky because they change. But if she's selfless, you don't have to twist her arm to get her to do stuff. She just want to do it for you. That's a sign that might be a keeper. That might be a keeper. You can't really go by sex because the majority of them, they gonna slow down. Don't move her in your house because she a freak and she letting you put it in her butt and do all type of nasty stuff, sucking you off, because she'll stop. But now you got her in the house and she think that it's her job to argue with you and nag you to death. No. And especially if you a clean guy, look in her car. Her car is gonna show you how she gonna have your house looking. Dude, it ain't no hurry, man. It's not. There's no rush. No rush at all. Enjoy your, hey listen, get you some Netflix, get you a PS5 if you play video games. Why is this car riding on the side of me? Acting like an agent. Do your thing. Enjoy your freedom. Ain't no rush, man. You can't be like your father. Your father grew up in a different era. You can't be like him. You might not have any kids your whole entire life. That's just the way it is. That's how these women is. But any way it go, you should be enjoying your life. So that selflessness is a sign of a wife. The next thing is when a woman knows that she's supposed to submit. Now here's a kicker with this. She's willing and submissive and knows she's supposed to submit to her husband. That's a person that deserves a chance, but you gotta also be ready to dump them if it's game, if it's an act. Be like, yeah, I thought you was submissive, but I see you not. Now, they women. They gonna have their emotional times. But if all of a sudden she just trying to run the show, never submissive, it's because she wasn't like that to begin with. She could have been trying to act like her grandmama or act like her mama. And now you stuck with the real her that ain't ish. It's unfortunate for some guys, man. Because if she not submissive, she's not a wife. She's going to be a nightmare, I'm telling you. Like always trying to tell you what she going to do, that's not a wife. A wife is going to do what you tell her to do. A woman that just always on a different page, that's not a wife. I don't care if she is married. Whoever married to her, they ain't got no wife. They got a strife. What I call a strife. Better to dwell on a rooftop than in a house with in the corner of a roof than in a house with a contentious woman. But we gonna be back, y'all. We gonna let these accumulate views and then we gonna continue. I already got notes on this. We need 100 views and we're gonna continue this.